G'day folks, Peter Jung for Fishing Monthly Magazines, and I'm here at beautiful Lake Eildon in central Victoria with Mark Frost from Boats and More, Shepparton and Echuca, and you could not have a better day to be here today because the weather's turned it on. And Mark, what boat are we testing today?
Peter, we're out in the AnglaPro Outlaw 434 Pro, and as you said, a magic day. Awesome to be out here on the lake today.
So definitely in the sports fishing class of boat. And I guess one of the key features with a sports fishing style boat is fishability. So tell us some of the features that relate to that fishing aspect.
Yeah, so what we've got a rod locker, we've also got a live well, and just plenty of storage in this boat as well. Different compartments, as I said, plenty of storage.
Yeah, storage-wise, there's obviously a couple of compartments at the front. There's one at the rear as well, and obviously the rod locker is fairly large. As far as fishing space goes, certainly a nice big front casting deck. And I guess the good thing about it as well is when we talk consoles.
Yep.
You know, plenty of space for all your electronics. Just tell us what you have put on there.
So on this one, we've put the Garmin 75 SV on there, and then we've also got the Mercury Vessel View 4 set up as well.
So tell us a little bit about the Vessel View 4, because obviously we've got a Mercury 40 horsepower 4-stroke on the back.
Yeah.
What does that tell you?
Yeah, that's right. So what we can go with the Smart Craft gauges, but we've decided to upgrade this time to the Vessel View 4, and it just gives you a lot more options to go with that.
So that basically gives you all of the information about what your motor's doing, where it's at, and the visibility of it. When we're out in the water, it was absolutely spot on. You can see it pretty much from any angle, from anywhere, isn't it?
Yeah, so clear. You commented as we were going along how clear it was, and I was over on the other side, and you could really see just side on and got a real good image of it.
Okay, so we've got the Mercury 4-stroke, 40 horsepower on the back. Is that the maximum horsepower for this boat?
No, this one you can step it up to a 50 horsepower. However, with the 40 on there, it handles without a problem as well. But if you want that little bit more power, then you can step it up to a 50 in this one.
There's no doubt. I think the one thing from my point of view, sort of the little bit of running around we've done so far is I'd most probably go the maximum horsepower, but the 40 does pretty well. So as far as some of the other things, I mean, obviously when we're in this sort of territory, we're parking on banks like this, sides and hull.
3mm sides and bottom, so you don't have thin material. It's a good 3mm for the bottom and sides. So
solid as a rock. And the one thing we have forgotten is obviously the motor guide on the front.
Yeah, better mention the motor guide. Definitely on there. Great feature, just to be able to cruise around, troll around.
I think the other thing too, obviously with a boat this size, a lot of people like to fish by themselves.
Yep.
So as far as on a trailer, towing, easy to launch, easy to retrieve?
Very easy to put in, easy to take back out. And just one thing, if you are by yourself, the stability in it is it's unbelievable. You can walk around and the boat hardly moves on the water. Yeah,
no, it's certainly been a good photography platform today, and yeah, we're going to take it for a little bit of a fish shortly. So if people want to know more about this boat and the other boats that you have at Boats and More, yep, what's the best way to get hold of you?
You can contact us at either the Echuca or Shepparton store, so 0358 222 108 via phone, or you can get us on our website at www.boatsandmore.com.au.
So there you go. So the AnglaPro Outlaw 434 Pro, Lake Eildon. As we do at Fishing Monthly here, it's time for us to now go and show you what this boat can do out in the water. So there you go. The weather at Eildon was almost too good today. I think we would have rather been out there fishing rather than testing boats. But I've got to say, the AnglaPro 434 Pro, when you talk fishing, it was most probably the ideal boat to be out there to do that in. It's got lots of fishing space, plenty of room at the front deck for two people to fish from. Obviously, the addition of an electric motor, a really nice Garmin sounder, all made it pretty much the ideal boat to be out there casting lures on. Stability at rest was just exceptional. I don't think you could ask for any more than that. Motor-wise, the Mercury 40 horsepower, we had a few dramas, not so much with the motor, but just the setup wasn't quite right. First time the boat's been on the water, by the time we played with props and did a few things, the thing really was running around quite nicely. 40 horsepower, as we mentioned before, it's not the upper limit of the boat, and a 50 most probably would be the right way to go with this boat. It would just give you that little bit more bang out of the hull and get you where you want to go that little bit faster. But outside of that, motor performed really well, boat performed really well. It is definitely the right boat for somewhere like Eildon. Get out there, casting lures, chasing fish. The guys at Boats and More, we didn't mention it before, but this boat, without the electronics, so without the Garmin and without the motor guide on the front, would come in just under $26,000, which, when you look at that, you know, you add your motor guide, you add your electronics, and you can pretty much have the boat you want for most probably around that $30,000 mark. If you want to know more about this and the rest of the range of the AnglaPro boats, boatsandmore.com.au. But I reckon right now I'm going to get back out there on the water and see if I can catch some of those big cod that Eildon's renowned for. Catch you next time.